Okay, so for this lesson, we will talk about the gross pay and net pay. No po? So, ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa? And magsosolve din tayo ng ilang problems involving gross pay and net pay. Okay, so pag sinabing gross pay, it refers to the total amount earned by an employee. No po? So, it consists of one type of or a combination of the different types of remuneration. Pag sinabing remuneration, yung kung ano mang binayad sa kanya. Okay? Or pwede rin naman po yung allowances natin, no? Kung ano man po yung mga ibinigay sa kanya ng company para sa kanyang service, no? So, pag naman net pay, kasama na doon yung deduction. So, pag sinabing deductions, no, yung mga ibinawas doon sa gross pay na ibinigay sa'yo, no. So, kung iisipin, kung tatanungin nyo man si mommy at si daddy, no, kung nauuwi ba nila lang buo yung gross pay nila, ang sagot ay hindi, di ba? Kasi meron tayong iba't ibang contributions. Andyan yung, kung halimbawa ay sa PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, o kung sa government employee ang parents nyo po, andyan yung sa GSIS, yan na po. So, halimbawa yung sa health card, o kaya naman kumuha ng insurance, ba diba? So, ibinabawas po yan sa kanilang sweldo, no po. So, net pay ay yun yung naibawas na yung mga contributions na kailangan bayaran ng isang employee. Okay? So, how to compute for the gross pay? No, so kung halimbawa wage earner ka, you have to do is to multiply your hourly rate by the number of hours work, no. So ang hourly rate natin is in pesos per hour, no, pesos per hour. Then the number of work hours, no po, indicated naman po 'yan. And always remember po, no, sa mga employees po kasi, meron tayong tinatawag na DTR or daily time record, no. Meron ding iba't ibang ways of tracking attendance. Okay? Don't worry sa mga problems naman natin. Naka-indicate na po doon kung ano or ilang oras po yung mga iginugol ng ating nakalagay sa na employees, no. Then for salaried employees naman, no, pay per time period times the number of time periods worked, no. So kung pay per time period halimbawa ay kunyari magkano yung kanyang nakukuha sa loob ng 15 days, no, then siya ay susweldo ng 2 beses kada buwan. Okay, so halimbawa 15 days 8,000 ang sweldo niya. Then, time periods ay 1 month, no? So, sa 1 month, kunyari, every 15 and 30 ang swelduhan niya. So, time period ay 2. Okay? So, 8,000 times 2. No? Kaya, ang gross pay niya ay 16,000. Okay? So, if the work provides allowances or commissions, syempre, idadagdag din natin yun sa atin pong mako-compute na gross pay. Okay? So, for example, May receives 85 pesos per hour and works for 34 hours this week. Find her gross pay. Okay? So, to solve this one, all you have to do is to multiply, no, ang gross pay po is equal to the hourly rate times kung magkano po yung, or kung ilang oras, number of hours worked. No? So, number of hours worked. So, ang kanyang rate po is 85 pesos per hour times ang oras ng iginugol is 34. No po? So, all you have to do is to multiply these two. Okay, so the result will be 2,890 pesos. So, lagay na lang natin peso sign. Okay, so let us proceed with the next one. Kim is paid 55 pesos an hour. Okay, so let's proceed. Kim is paid 55 pesos an hour. Last week, Kim worked for 8 hours a day for 5 days. Find her gross pay for last week. Okay? So, dito, hindi na nakabanggit yung ating total na number of hours worked. No, so you have to compute it first. So, again, gross pay is equal to your rate times the number of hours worked. Okay? So, ang ating rate is 55 pesos. And ang hours worked po natin, if Kim works 8 hours a day for 5 days, 8 times 5. So, it's 40 hours. Okay? So, multiplying 55 times 40, so we will have 2,200 pesos. Okay? So, therefore, Kim's gross pay for last week is 2,200 pesos. Now, kapag naman po naka-breakdown, no, kasi at times, ito yung nakakompute na yung ating may basic pay na ano, pero may naka-indicate na allowances at pinakompute yung gross pay. All you have to do is to add all of the money given to the given employee. No, so kung si Amy to, lahat ng binigay kay Amy, no, salary, allowances, and kung may commission siya, syempre add nyo na rin po doon. No po, so gross pay for Amy will be 9,077 plus 4,000 dito na nga lang sa baba, plus 4,992.35 plus 3,367.72. No? So, our gross pay will be 70, okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, 3, carry 2, okay, then, ayan, so 17,437.07. Okay, so on this example, I've made a table, no? So, para ma-present siya ng maayos sa inyo. And, at the same time, medyo magkaroon na kayo ng konting idea sa kung paano pine-present itong mga components ba ito? Ayan, sa isang payslip na tinatawag, no? So, kung meron, kung halimbawa nagwo-work si mommy at si daddy, meron silang payslip na siya namang nag-i-indicate noong composition ng kanilang gross pay at saka yung bumubuo din sa mga deductions. No? So, naka-breakdown po doon kung ano-ano yung mga nare-receive at kung ano-ano yung mga binabawas sa kanilang sweldo. Okay. So, paano naman pag sa net pay? So, syempre, pag na-compute na natin yung sa gross pay at merong deductions indicated, all you have to do is to subtract it from the given net pay. No po? So, kung halimbawa madami-dami yung deductions, pwedeng i-total mo muna yon para medyo mas madaling mag-subtract. No po? So, halimbawa, for our first example, we have Linda has a total earning amounting to 14,803.41 pesos. No, if she receives total deduction of 4,235.18, then how much will she receive as her net earning or net pay po yan? So again, net pay is equal to your gross pay minus your deductions. No? So, ang gross pay daw po ni Linda is 14,803.41. Subtract 4,235.18. Okay? So, subtracting our given, Ayan. So, our net pay. So, our net pay will be 10,568.23 pesos.